Morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. I apologize for being a couple minutes late here. I am not used to doing this Monday morning quite yet, but thank you for joining us. My name is Adam Fox. I am one of the exercise instructors here for Connected Community Health Support, bringing you free virtual live bodyweight exercise programming 4 days a week, not just 3 now, 4 days a week, Monday at 7:30 or 7:45, let's say. At least when I'm doing them, 7:45, I'm going to let my girlfriend get out of the house first before I take over the entire living room. Jacob Carroll does the Tuesdays at 12. I do the Thursdays at 5:30, and then Jacob Carroll is doing the Friday at 7:30 as well. I have a little bit of an announcement to make. I say this rather upset that he's not able to join us for these anymore. But 1 second, let me just put the chat on real quick. But Seth Spicer, just first off, let's just give a congratulations to Mr. Spicer for getting the job that he did. He got a big boy job, full-time athletic training job, and now he's not going to be able to, at least for this week, he's not going to be able to hop on the streams on Monday or Friday, so he's not going to be here this week. But we are going to figure it out. Jacob and I are already covering the schedule for him in his absence for this week, and hopefully he will be back. Also, Happy Face, if you are in here, you're not here yet, but he sends his deepest apologies for not being able to come on and hang out with you today and hear some of your funny jokes. So excuse me, it's needed, much needed, obviously. Man can't go without a job, but it does, it sucks to not have him on here because he's a vibrant, beautiful person as well, and we love to have him being one of our coaches. But he'll be back at some capacity eventually, so don't worry about that. He'll be here. But in the meantime, you got Jake and I, the other two beautiful people that can be here to instruct you through these workouts today. So, as always, guys, we're here because we want to eliminate every barrier to exercise. Whether I'm going to give a spiel because it's early in the morning and I'm still half asleep, but I'm going to do it again because this is what we always do. You can almost probably recite it with me now, but if you don't like the gym, don't like the stigmas, don't like you're apprehensive of going to the gym, don't like any of that entire environment, you can come here, get some good quality movement in on this afternoon. Don't have to worry about anyone judging you or anything like that. It's a judgment-free zone here. Kind of similar to Planet Fitness, but we do it a lot better than Planet Fitness. Judgment-free zone here. If you guys are someone who considers himself more of like an expert of movement, you can always join in and do this as an active recovery as well. So just remember that it's not always about being a beginner when it comes to this program. You can get benefits from doing this program as someone who exercises more often or more frequently, someone who can use these benefits, like I said, of active recovery to get some of the blood flow pumping. But it also is for people that are just beginning movement and just want to learn how to move in general. And this could be your first exposure to any type of structured movement program. So either way, we're happy that you're here, and we just want to continue to make health and fitness more accessible for everyone, because we do believe it should be accessible for everyone, regardless of how much money you have or whether you have transportation to the gym or any of the things that I spoke about earlier. So if you guys have any questions about any of that, please reach out to us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter. There's a bunch of different places you can reach out to us on. But any social media pretty much is Connected CHS. So go find us over there. Always go get a physician's referral if this is your first time starting an exercise program, or if you're just starting this exercise program from day one, regardless of where you're starting it from. Please go get that physician's referral just to make sure that everything is A-okay. All right, so I want to make sure you guys are healthy and happy before we get going here, so we're not causing any issues that we might not know about. So just make sure you go talk to your doctor. Today is an hour-long workout, and I know I'm talking a lot. I apologize. I guess this is how I'm still waking up a little bit, is just to talk to wake up, because I do that pretty often. But today's an hour-long workout. Instead of 35-25 of work to rest, we are going all the way up to 45 seconds of work and 15 seconds of rest. So remember, we'll walk you through everything. You don't got to worry about keeping track of the time or anything like that. We will do that for you because this is one of the things that I've honestly come to love is doing this program in the morning or in the afternoon. So we'll take care of all that for you. Also, remember, we got to warm up and a cool down. This is week 24, day 77. And good morning, happy face, if that is you that just came in. I will repeat it because I want to make sure that we are now in with one, so to speak. Everyone understands what the new schedule is. Seth Spicer got a big boy job. I say that with all respect. I love him. He's athletic training. He got a full-time position in athletic training, so now he will be, at least for this week, he's not able to stream on Monday morning. So you have me in replacement, and I do apologize for being a second late there. As I said earlier, my girlfriend doesn't get out of the house till about 7:45, and I can't be in the middle of the living room taking up all the space, so that's totally understandable. But I'm glad you're here now. I just went through our whole spiel and whatnot. So, all right, so we got 6 sets today. Remember, you can do 3 or you can stay for all 6. I'll give you that option about halfway through to dip out on the workout, and you can enjoy the rest of your day. And remember, just if you do that, make sure you take into consideration the tiny victories that, even if you're not getting through the whole workout, that's okay. Take into consideration the tiny victories that you're achieving of even coming here and getting the first 3 sets in, or say you make it 4, maybe even 5, So just take those tiny little victories. Don't put yourself down, and don't make yourself feel any worse for not being able to complete the full workout. It's okay. These are long workouts, and it's totally fine. These are hard. So as always, guys, please, please, please take those small victories. All right. So I don't think I have anything else to ramble about aside from sounding kind of crazy. Remember, day 77, week 24. Let's get going. Let me get my timer, my handy dandy timer over here ready. All right. First thing we're going to do is get those ankle circles in. Oh, one sec, my water is running here. I can hear it. Keep going, guys. Just get those ankle circles in. My apologies. But, all right, back to that ankle circles. Remember, we just want to try to get the joint warmed up, get some sensation down in that ankle and that capsule. We're going to go other way, whichever way wasn't clockwise. I went running for the first time on, what was that, Thursday? No. Wednesday. I'm running for, it was Thursday. 7-minute mile. But now we're going to switch sides. Now I have shin splints. So for any of you who have had shin splints, or those of you who have not, it is not an enjoyable sensation to do these ankle rolls after having shin splints, or having shin splints and doing these ankle rolls. So, but it is okay. The more you run, the more your body will adapt to it. The more I run, the more I want to adapt to it. So I understand it's a necessary evil. All right, now we're going to switch over, get those leg curls in. And remember, the whole point of this, we're just trying to warm the body up joint by joint. Go from the ankles all the way up to the head and neck. Do about, 10, 15 of these bad guys. Or good guys, bad guys, everyone call them. Bad boys, that's what I was looking for. Same thing on this side. Get a little bit of balance, single leg balance in there as well. Wake up the whole body. Good. All right. Now, moving on, I should say, to the open and close. Ooh, a little bit of balance issues this morning. My fault, people. But bringing the hip open and close gait like so. Remember, if I have said this in the past, but if you're getting any popping in that hip, just make sure it's not painful, and you should be doing it a little bit slower than I'm doing it. I'm kind of blowing through those. My apologies, guys. If you're getting a little popping, let's switch sides. As long as it is not painful, the popping will be all right. Could just be muscles running over bones, which is most likely what it is. But I'm going to spare you of the nerdy details of what part of the bone and which ligaments and or tendons, but it doesn't really matter. So just going to keep on going here for a couple more seconds. Those hips nice and warmed up. All right, perfect. Now we're going to do some T-spine rotations, so hands out in front of you. Bring that other hand behind you and watch it with the eyes. Remember, that is key for rotation because you cannot fully rotate without turning your head and neck as well, because your head and neck, aka your C-spine, cervical spine, rotate in conjunction with your thoracic spine. So everything kind of works together, which I know it's kind of hard to believe, but everything does work together. I'm just being facetious. Obviously, everything works together. Sometimes people in this field look at it as a minimalistic way and that muscles are just muscles and there's no connection, but sorry, I'm going to go on a tangent. It's not even 8 o'clock yet, so I can't do that yet. I got to give you guys some time to wake up first before I start going on tangents. All right, now, just 1 second. Do some arm circles. These are not going to be in the program today, so don't worry about whichever way you do them. I just want you to do them in a fashion that is going to make you feel nice and warmed up. Whether that's all the way out here or doing them like I just was, whatever floats your boat, guys. So make sure we're going clockwise and counterclockwise here. Whatever feels best for you guys. And for those of you that's joining in right now, thank you for joining. My name is Adam. I am one of the CCHS bodyweight exercise program, free virtual bodyweight exercise program instructors. Thank you for joining. Looking forward to this workout with you guys this morning. And we're going to talk about some policy change stuff because this week's pillar is policy change. All right, let's switch arms here. If you haven't alternating. Policy change, we're going to talk about some really good stuff as far as things that we and others think can be done to help individuals on SNAP. We're going to be talking about sugar this week predominantly. All right, now we're going to move on to the neck. So I'm going to keep talking, but we're going to look left and right, find something on each wall to focus your gaze on, and then just look back and forth. But also, it is 8 o'clock. I can see that now. Whoopsies, I said it wasn't even 8 o'clock. So you guys can listen to me rant. That's perfect. But this week we're going to be covering sugar. And not only, usually you'd think, the effects of sugar and how bad sugar is for you, but we're going to look coming at it from a policy change standpoint, where we're going to be looking at it as ways that we can get individuals to consume less sugar, or, that's the main focus. In certain institutional ways. And now we're going to look down and up. So down and back up and down and up. But we do have some really good stuff for you inside of the policy change. Policy change for this week. It's talking about SNAP, which is a government food assistance program for people that do not make a certain amount of income, which is a really good program, but also does propagate some obesity because of the ability for binge eating towards the latter parts of the month, because the individuals run out of money, so they must eat lower quality, lower cost food, and then it turns into a binge eating cycle. But I'll talk all about that when I'm not trying to stretch my neck out. So let's just get some neck rolls in real quick, and then we're going to get started with the program. I apologize. I know I have my morning tea, and now I'm a little chatterbox, but I do have a lot of good information for you guys for the end of the stream, so stick around. I got the quote of the day for you as well, and the tidbits about policy change. So first off, we're going to get started with the good old-fashioned reaching to the ground, picking up the pillow, bringing it back up, the hinge pattern, starting in 2, 1, and begin. So remember, hands on the hips like this. You push down to get into this nice aligned state. If your hamstrings aren't tight like mine are, then they feel a lot better. But if they are tight, just do a little bit of reduced range of motion, kind of like I am right now. Instead of trying to go all the way down to the floor because your hamstrings, you might have used them real hard this week or weekend, I should say. And that's okay. You don't need to feel as if every day, say you feel restricted or AKA tight one day, and say you can't go full range of motion. That's okay. Sometimes your body needs to adapt. It needs more time to adapt to whatever stimulus it is. Maybe that stimulus you overloaded doing things like this, or doing this in the program, the hinging. pattern. All right, we are done there. Also, because it's 15 seconds to rest, this is going to get going quick. So I'm going to try not to talk during these intervals, aside from it telling you what exercises to do. So I just did a bad job at that. But bear with me here. We're doing lateral raises now. So because this changed over from 45, 15, well, 35, 25, 45, 15. We're sticking with the same exercises from last week. I will throw those up on the screen in just a second. But yeah, same exact exercises, just to kind of make it a little easier, so to speak, for explanation of these exercises, so you guys are a little bit more familiar with them. So it's not something brand new that you are just trying to figure out in the 15-second window prior to the work interval. So, all right, we are done there. And then the next one, we did this last week, pull to press, pull to press. And if you want to get a little rotation, be my guest. If it feels real nice, starting in 2, 1, and begin. So come down. And remember, we're going to try to alternate them like this, because I think this is probably the best way to do this, is alternating. That's how I did it last week. Instead of just doing one side. Also, happy face. Hope you're having a great day out there if you are joining in. I do apologize for being a couple minutes late, like I said, but I know you'll understand. Looking forward to seeing a comment in here. So I know it's Monday morning. It's time to get after it this week, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, all you're doing is pulling, coming down to your shin, pull, press. Pull and press. Pull and press. Pull and press, and done. There we go. All right, then we got the standing toe taps next. But I'm very excited to talk about the policy change today. So seriously, stick around. Starting in 3, 2, 1. And now, toe taps. And, obviously, this program, sometimes there are movements that are going to be a lot harder. And these ones you can make much more difficult by going into a tall planking position. So, aka a push-up position. And then touching your toes or your heels, your arches, whatever you want to call them, in this way. But that is another option if you'd like to make it harder. There is also this option of just doing the ankle touches, heel touches, whatever you want to call them, in a marching fashion. Stopping in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. It's funny, Jake and I were talking about how excuse me, let me grab the chair. Talking about all right, getting started with the squats right now. So remember, guys, all we're doing, let me get this back a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing. All we're doing, sitting down in the chair and standing back up, right? So if you can't go down that low, let's take our Mr. Friend, Mr. Pillow, touch your butt to it, use an external reference of the pillow, touch the pillow, and come back up, just like that. But if you do have that range of motion, then just go touch your butt on the chair and come back up. And I do really recommend anyone that has perceived inability to squat or imbalance when squatting, I really suggest just sitting down in the chair and standing back up. It makes it a lot easier. And we are done. There we go. Good job, guys. Keep powering through. But I forgot what I was talking about, Jake. It'll come back to me. It's 15 seconds. I'm still getting used to. All right, back. Now we're going to the push-ups. So remember, we can do this from the wall. The farther out your feet are, the harder it's going to make it. The closer in your feet are, the easier. We can also do this from an inclined position, like so. Except my couch is about to push out. I don't even want to do that, so I'm not going to do that. But from here, as long as you're not kicking kettlebells like I am, you don't have a sore knee like I do. From here, coming down for 1, 2, 3, and back up. 1, 2, 3, and back up. Make sure you're coming down for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 3, and we are done. There we go. Good job, guys. And I remember I talked about on stream a while ago, my knee is still bothering me from smashing it off support beam. I'm doing a warm-up with one of my clients. So, all right, starting with the reach and pull. So very similar to this one, but now we're reaching up and pulling down, reaching up and pulling down. I think I talked about this last week, but it's not always, the movements aren't always very cardio intensive. So like I was saying with the toe taps, they can be made harder, but this one is more of a quality of movement. So what I really want you guys to focus on is just grabbing that ceiling, pulling it back down, and pushing it to the ground. Having a little rotation there, push, push, and push, just like so. The next one is nice and cardio intensive, so don't worry, we got some cardio in here for you. And we are done. There we go. So the next one, as promised, moving on to boxing. So all we're doing, shadow boxing, 1-2s, 1-2s the whole time. You can do a staggered stance, one foot in front of the other, or both feet even with each other, whatever works best for you. Let's get going. So I'm going to start, I like to call it a bilateral stance, even though it's kind of disingenuous because you're bilateral regardless. You're on both feet regardless. So, but it's a even stance, I should call it, opposed to one where you're staggered like this. If you can't see me, my right foot is about where my right heel starts is about 3 inches in front of where my left toe is. So almost like an L pattern where left foot, right foot, like that. Similar stance to a boxing stance. And we are done in 2, 1, and cut it. And remember, for boxing, I want you guys to keep a consistent pace for the entire 45 seconds. Don't burn out after 20 and then miss out on all the movement you get by keeping that consistent pace. So back to the hinge variation. And we also, instead of doing the bilateral one, so I've said it again, instead of doing the 2-footed hinge like this, we can also do the single leg kickstand hinge like this, which is also one of my favorites. I like to do anything that's single leg like this. Back. You can even use the pillow as a reference point just to touch the ground, right? Making sure you're still getting in that hinge position. Now we're going to switch sides. Like so. And as long as you are getting that good hinge pattern, doesn't matter which one you do. You can also do the bridge, which I did not demonstrate yet. I'll get to that next round. Also, good job making it to the first round, guys. Give yourselves a pat on the backs. Good job, everybody. Starting with lateral raises now. And, excuse me, I'm getting better with the clapping. I know today's a rough one. I think it's because I'm still a little tired, but I already clapped a couple times. We're getting better with it, guys. I'm telling you, week in and week out, I'm trying to not clap anymore, but it gets tough. Also, if you guys have some weights, go ahead and add some resistance. You want to get them big boulder shoulders today, you know, them big lunky shoulders. Go grab some resistance, grab a couple books, or if you have any weights, put them in your hand and just bring them up as high as you can without hurting yourself or having any like adverse tension that may feel painful. We are done here in 2, 1, and cut it. There we go. Yeah, this workout is gonna fly by today, guys. So if you guys are following along out there, I know I got a couple people on there with me, but just make sure that you are hydrating when you're doing this because it's going to be a long workout. But it is going to be a workout you're going to be able to do, so do not get discouraged by that. Remember, down and back up. This is becoming one of my favorite exercises that we have. And that's what I mean by doing the rotation, kind of reaching a little bit back towards the ceiling, or behind you, the wall behind you, whatever may have you. And we have our guest appearance from Pip, my cat. As always, she's going to jump on the chair and make it really hard for me to show you guys the squat pattern. Stopping here in 2, and 1, and cut it. There we go. Good job, guys. Oh, you're such a cute little pip. Yes, you are. But I'm going to have to move you a little bit. All right, back to the standing toe tap, starting in 2, 1, and begin. Also, we got some very fun stuff to talk about this week. Not just from the don't do what I'm doing. Make sure you're getting your heels up there, right? Get those knees up, heels up. Make this a good workout. I was just slacking a little bit. I do apologize, guys. We have some really cool stuff that we're working on as far as a podcast from my end. So we will be streaming a podcast. It will be on Twitch and Twitch. We will do it on Restream first to get all the kinks out. I'm going to have yours truly, Seth Spicer, and we are done there. Excuse me. Sorry, had some tea before I came on. Get a little wake up in me. But moving back to the squats. Watch out, Pip. I'm sorry, I know. All right, so like I was saying, there's some really interesting stuff. The podcast coming up. Yours truly, Seth Spicer, will be the first guest of the podcast. It's going to be called How It's All Connected. It's kind of a play on our name because we want to talk about how everything in the human body, how the mindset, the nutrition, the sleep, the socio-environmental aspects, and how everything is connected. And we kind of look at it as it's not sometimes. We kind of look at everything like I was talking about earlier in a specific, not light, but we're stopping here in 2, 1, and cut it. But we look at everything through disciplines and maybe not as a whole. Biomechanics, we look at things through the biomechanics lens or the nutrition lens, but we don't yet necessarily always put everything together. All right, now going back to the push-ups, but the podcast is going to be centered around lifestyle medicine. So ways to make you guys feel better and look better as well, also, because that's important, but make you guys feel better and give you actionable tips and ways to improve your overall mood, your overall life. When it comes to weight loss, nutrition, all of those pillars that we talked about. So it's going to be really interesting for that. That's going to be a really awesome project that we are putting together for you guys in these upcoming weeks. Also, we are done. Sorry, I just talked through that entire set, but also we have a series that we're going to try to start on Instagram. It's the Mythbusters of fitness, pretty much. Now we're just reaching. But it's like the Mythbusters. Basically, every week we are going to, I can't tell you how we're going to lure you in, but we are going to post something that's rather provocative, in the sense that it will draw people's attention, such as, maybe carbs make you fat, or something that's a myth, and then we're gonna break that myth. We're gonna bust that myth and prove it wrong on Instagram once a week. So it's gonna be really interesting. We're trying to spice things up a little bit. So make sure you guys go check us out on Instagram as well at Connected CHS. Stopping here in 3, 2, 1, and done. So really looking forward to all that stuff. Want to help you guys become happier and healthier in all ways possible, regardless of what the medium is, whether it's podcast, Instagram, or doing this with you. All right, back to the boxing now. So I'm switching up the stance I was just in. I was in a staggered with my right foot forward first round. Now I'm going to the left foot forward. Remember, just keeping a nice pace doing this. Obviously, try not to fall. I've done that almost a couple times on stream, so it's definitely a little embarrassing, but that's okay for you guys. No one can see you, which is totally A-okay. I'm going to switch real quick just because I wanted to. You don't have to if you don't want to. Keep on going here. Only got a couple more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. There we go. Good job, guys. I'm really glad you guys can't smell me because I can already. Whew. Might you ever seen the videos of the apes smelling each other, just one of themselves and falling out of the trees? That's kind of how I feel right now. All right, back to the reaching to the ground, the hinge variation. So remember, as promised. Oh, also, good job. Made it through 2 sets. There we go, guys. But as promised, the bridging variation. So from here, pressing the hips up, making an even line, straight line between your armpits and your knees. At the top, you can just do this the whole time, or you can get back up and do the 2-legged hinge, reaching to the ground, or the one-legged hinge, reaching to the ground, just like you saw me demonstrate for the last 2 rounds. We'll need a couple more seconds here. Stopping in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. Whew. Not as much spring in my stand-up as usual. No, not stand-up comedy because I am not a comic. By any means, I try to make you guys laugh, but usually it's laughing at me, not with me, unfortunately. All right, going back to the lateral raises. And if you guys are watching this on replay at any point in time after, oh, I forgot to pay my Easy Pass bill because today is the 13th. Whoopsies. So that's not good. So if you guys are joining in anytime after the 13th, watching this is on replay. So please reach out to us if you have any questions. We really want to make sure that we get all you guys' questions, even though we're not live all the time. So reach out to us on any of our social medias and let's chat because we love you guys. We want to make this a little easier for you, you know? Stopping in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. What I mean by easier for you is make this entire process of weight loss or getting healthier and getting in better shape easier for you. So come reach out to us. We'll figure out whatever questions you guys have about the program or any other fitness and health stuff. So we got you guys. All right, now back to these. Good old pull press from the shin. All right, up. Oh, no, just an email from Cortland. Even though I don't go there anymore, but that's okay. I'm actually debating on what I want to do for school and going back or not going back. Or I know I'm not going back this semester, obviously, but still trying to figure out what the best course of action is because education is priceless at the end of the day. In my opinion, that is. Obviously, it has a price tag, but priceless in the sense that something that, regardless of the money, it's that important to me. So, all right, back to the standing toe taps. We are almost done with this workout. If you are only doing the first 3 sets, which, remember, that is A-okay. It's all right. Everyone goes at a different pace. Everyone progresses at a different pace, so do not feel belittled. Don't feel bad or anything like that. If you're not going to be able to make it through the whole workout, that's okay. Now you have a stopping point or you have a baseline for this week's program, right? So meaning that tomorrow, if you only made it through 3 sets today, try to make it through 3.5 tomorrow or 4 tomorrow. And then keep on improving until Friday. You make it through all 6 sets. And then you're going to feel amazing about yourself. And that's just going to continue the positive feedback loop that you will be in. So good job there. Going back to the squats now. We've picked the pace up. So stay with us, guys, because I know it's going to get tough. Also, if you want to do lateral squats, that is what is programmed in for the week this week. So, woo, I'm tight. Ooh, more like sore. Coming down like so and back up. If you would like to do those, and I try to instruct these the same way, where if the chair was behind me, let me try to show this. If the chair is behind me, oh, no, you got to line it up better, but if you're sitting down, standing back up, switching sides. This is much more difficult to show with the chair, but it is still doing the same thing. Sitting down and standing back up. And then we are done here in just a second, guys. Good job, everybody. Remind me not to drink a big glass of tea before I come on stream again. Ooh, poor decision. I need caffeine, but I don't need it that much. All right, back to the push-ups. So I'm going to challenge you guys. We're going to start from a full push-up position, tall plank. Come down for 1, 2, 3. Go to your knees, and then push up, and then back to your feet. And this is a modification for those who are still not able to do a full push-up, which is totally fine. This is a good way to get your body comfortable with accepting the full load of your body mass. So 1, 2, 3. Go to your knees. Back up. 1, 2, 3. Knees and back up. Only a couple more seconds here, guys. Come on. Stick with me. Stick with me. Stick with me. Last 1, 2, 3. Knees and done. There we go. I tried to vacuum this carpet before I came on today, but to no avail. It did not work. I cannot wipe my face with the cat hair I'm allergic to, unfortunately. All right, back to the reaching and pulling. Remember, you're reaching all the way up there, grabbing it, pushing it back down. As you're watching my wrist curl over a little bit, just like so. Also, I know you guys are in there. Give me some love in the chat. I'd love to talk to you guys. Have some back and forth because you guys are my community, you're my family. So I do treat you like that. And I love being able to talk with you guys during these streams. So with that said, we're almost done here. 3 seconds left. 2 and 1 and done. There we go. Now back to the boxing. Oh my goodness, we're about to make it through the 3rd set already. Is that math right? Yes, it is. Math is right. Almost done, halfway here. Last one, starting in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. And last one for those of you who want it to be your last one. If you want to stick around for all 6, you know I want you to. But be my guest either way. Because like I said, there's no stigma zone. If you need to or want to leave, that's totally fine. Because that's much needed for if it's needed for where you are at right now, you can't finish the whole thing, totally fine. But I hope to see you on Tuesday as well. Well, Jacob Carroll hopes to see you on Tuesday because I won't be doing Tuesday, but I'll be back on Thursday at 5:30, I believe. Unless anything changes, I will let you guys know via Facebook or Instagram. Stop it in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. And remember, the whole point of that one, guys, is just keep the arms moving the whole time. It doesn't have to be extremely fast, but just a pace that you can contain or sustain for the whole 45 seconds. All right, starting set 4, and let's go. So we did the bridge and the regular and the single leg. So let's go back to the regular. We're just going to cycle through all of them. So remember, hands on the hips, push to the knees like so. Bring it up and back down. Just like this. And I know I always pick it up, but I've been recently showing clients to just use this as like a reference point, because usually if you're not used to deadlifting or hinging in this pattern, this is just about the range of motion you're going to get here. So taking a pillow and just touching it to the floor, coming back up with it, stopping in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. Good job, guys. Whoo, I'm sweating. Can't tell if it's just my apartment that's hot or if it's just a damn good workout. So I think it's a little bit of both, if I'm being honest. All right, lateral raises. These ones are kind of a little bit of a breather after the hinge and the boxing. So I know obviously we loop it back around. So I don't want you guys to slow down. Just take the time now to like breathe through your nose a little bit, calm your body down. If you guys have watched this in the past, breathing through your nose does lower your heart rate. Exhaling technically lowers your heart rate, but breathing through your nose as well, as long as you're exhaling while you inhale, it's going to naturally lower your heart rate. Keep on doing those flabby birds, as Seth Spicer calls them. Got to give him a shout out, even though he's not here. Keep on keeping on, gentlemen. And ladies, stop in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I said that backwards, but you knew what I was trying to say. I had the intent, and the intention was there, but execution was poor, as Seth likes to say as well. But all right, starting here, pull to press from the shin. And this is very similar to a snatch and or kind of a hang, but not really. I guess it's like a power clean or power, yeah, hang clean, power clean, something like that. I don't know. Those aren't necessarily my lifts of choice unless I'm using kettlebell, because as you know, as everybody knows, kettlebells are awesome. And if you don't know, now you know. Kettlebells are amazing. Definitely my favorite piece of equipment to work out with, aside from my own body weight. Almost done here, guys. 3, 2, 1, and cut it. And I just broke my cardinal rule. Make sure you're looking at your hand when you're rotating, when you're pulling backwards like that, pushing to the sky. Make sure you're just looking at the hand. It helps with that rotation of the neck and the C-spine. All right. Now back to the toe taps like so. If you want to make it a little harder, hold it for a second. Get a little bit of single leg stability in there. Also, making sure you're not crunching down your midsection to get to your heel. Bring the heel all the way up to you. Or your ankle bone, these things right here. Your malleoli. I think that's the plural for them. I'm not sure, I think. Someone fact check me on that. Malleolus is the plural, malleoli, or did I just completely make that up? Who knows? Stop it in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. I can't do that. I'm gonna start sneezing. I keep forgetting I can't touch my face with my shirt. All right, here, moving back to the squat pattern. Now remember, we can do the lateral squat like so, or we can do the good old-fashioned regular squats like this. Whichever one feels better for you guys. I know for me, I love the old bilateral squat, the old 2-foot squat instead of the lateral squat, but I do like the lateral squat as well, so I'm going to finish up with a couple here. Just again, remember, when you're doing these, you want that elbow, your outside elbow to be over your outside knee, like this, and come back up. Stop it in 2, 1, and cut it. Good job, mis amigos. I'm going to move these kettlebells out of the way. I told you I love kettlebells. Basically the only equipment that I have. All right. From here, remember, fingers fully spread out. Get all the weight of your upper body on your fingers, right? So everything's evenly distributed. Come down 1, 2, 3. Go to your knees and press. 1, 2, 3. Knees and press. And make sure, like I said, that weight is being evenly distributed on all those fingers through the wrists. That does make a big difference. 1, 2, 3, and back up. Couple more here, guys. 1, 2, 3, and back up. And 1, 2, 3, and back up. And we are done with that. Whew. Good job, everybody. Almost done with the 4th set. Woo! We are blowing through these. This rest period really makes this a lot more difficult. But that's okay, because we have progressed you to this point to be able to do this. If you guys have been following along with us, which I know you have, so you're able to do this. And it is tough, but I know you are able. You're able-bodied, able-minded. You are strong mentally and physically. So give yourselves pats on the back, because that's one thing I think we don't do enough is appreciate ourselves. I know I talk about this all the time. Oh, the tiny victories. Yeah, I know, Adam. You said it a million times. But I really feel like we don't appreciate the things that we do on the everyday scale that are very hard for us. We just kind of brush under the rug like, oh, it's just another part of the day. No, you should still be proud of those things, even if it's just working out in the morning before you go to work. So good job, guys. Keep up the good work. I'm gonna keep on giving you the love because you guys all deserve it. All right, back to boxing. Fourth time through. Let's get going. I believe this is the fourth time through, right? Yeah. Sorry, I was double guessing or double second guessing myself. It's what happens when you get me to come on to stream early, Seth. I'm just kidding. I hope he's enjoying his new job this morning. I know he does have a passion for AT, athletic training, so really happy that he's doing that. That's good for him too, because I know everybody likes some money. Unless I'm wrong about that, then hell, maybe I am wrong. Maybe some people don't like money, but stop it in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. Whew. Excuse me, I know how attractive that is. I apologize. For all the fans out there, I apologize for the burps, but it's getting tough here, but it's okay. Keep on moving, guys. Back to the hinge variation from the top. So remember, we can do the single leg like so. All you gotta do is you're just switching legs now when you do that. Or we can do the double leg like this, which I'm actually gonna switch back to the single leg here in a couple seconds because that is one of my favorite exercises. Not favorite, but favorite variations, I should say. I like anything in a single leg because there's too much. I don't want to be a nerd. But single leg training is usually more beneficial for coordination and for the overall. Just single leg training is good. Single leg training is great. Let's just leave it at that, okay? How about that? How about that? Rear foot elevated split squat, all that good stuff. Make sure you do them often. We just don't do them in this program because lateral raises now, guys. We don't do them in this program just because there's a lot of areas for injury doing lunges and whatnot with especially if we can't see you guys and help correct the form. So that's just something to keep in mind. If you guys do want to do lunges, go right ahead. But they are one of the most bang for your buck exercises, along with I always do the push-ups. Yeah, push-ups and lunges. Probably one of the most exerting exercises you can do, hands down. And the two of them together, it's just, woo, that's a good workout, baby. That's why we got them both. Oh, we don't got them both. That's why we got one of them in here. All right, and we are done. There we go. We are on to set number 5. So give your guys, yeah. English is just superb today. But give yourselves pats on the back. Made it through this. Now we are back to the pull from the shin. So remember, pull, and pull, and pull and press. Yeah. Pull and press. Pull and press. Keep on pulling, keep on pressing. Now, ideally, instead of doing what I was just doing, because I was trying to figure out which way I did it last time, think of this as like a squat. You're just dropping to the floor like this. Pretend like you're like trying to grab your shin. Grab the shin and press. Grab the shin and press. Stop it in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. There we go. Ooh. Ooh, 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 that's a good one. All right, back to the toe taps. 2, 1, and begin. I do believe sometime in the near future here, we are going to be doing one of the Q&As again, or something similar to it, because I know we all had a great time doing that. Maybe not a 12-hour marathon, because that was, I think it was actually 15 hours, but that was a little much. Shout out to, again, Seth Spicer for riding the bike for 6 hours like a madman. But that was a lot of fun because we really like to help you guys understand the facts and the fiction in this field because there's a lot of both. And sometimes, and we are done there. Sometimes the facts are covered up by the fiction. So we really like to help you guys, especially when it's an open forum like that. Anyone can come ask questions. We really love that kind of connectedness. I know connected community health support. I know it was a bad pun, but you know what I mean. Sorry, I thought someone was in my house, just my cats. But we really like that aspect of helping you guys just being able to discern between the good and the bad, the truth and the lies, or the myths, I should say, even though they are lies, but we'll call them myths because maybe they're well-intentioned lies, but maybe they're well-intentioned myths, but they're still lies. So, but that's just to say that we love helping you guys, empowering you guys to make better decisions for yourself and for your loved ones and children and all that good jazz. All right, we're done with those. I feel like the more rounds we go through, the faster this gets. Or maybe my heart rate's just going up and I'm just in flow state and time's going by faster. But hey, that's also an option too. All right, back to the push-ups. So remember, I'm challenging you guys now. Get yourself nice, spread out. Get those hands, fingers spread out nice and far. 1, 2, 3. Go down to your knees. Push up. 1, 2, 3. Knees and press. 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 Couple more here, guys. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Knees and press. 1, 2, 3. Knees and press, and we are done. Okay. We're getting closer. We got one more set after this. Don't give up on me now. I just pull. You got to pull deep. Pull from deep right now. Dig deep, I should say. Remember, we're doing reach the pulls now. I would recommend also, because there's a slight bit of rotation in this, try to, I don't want get yourself a little lower to the ground. I'm not going to tell you to do anything with your joints. Just get a little bit lower towards the ground. Woo, my arms are feeling this today, baby. It feels great. Sorry, had an itch. But get yourself just a little bit lower to the ground so you help with a little bit of that rotation. So you're not just rotating just from your shoulders and cranking on your lower back. Keep on reaching and pulling down and push. And we are done. There we go. Woo! Boxing. Get ready, baby. Ooh, I need a new towel. I did not make that in my garbage, in case you're wondering. All right. Staggered stance. So, as I always do with boxing, so next round, because it's the last round, and it's 45 seconds, we're going to do, I'd say, about 30 seconds worth of sustainable pace like we've been doing for each round. And then at the end, the last 15 seconds is going to be all out as fast as you can go, okay? Not yet, but next round. So this round, keep on doing your thing, keep on going, keep on punching through. But next round, just know the last 15 seconds, I'm going to ask for everything you guys got, all right? Stop it in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. So keep that in mind, guys. I am going to be asking for a lot more at the end of the workout. 15 seconds of everything you got. I know you guys can do it for me. But now we're back to the hinge variations. And I'm doing the bridge to end off. Wait, it's not the last one, but you know what I mean. Oh, yes, it is. I forgot. Whoopsies. I'm losing track of what I'm even saying right now. My apologies, guys. Just keep on pressing up, like so. Keep on pressing, keep on pressing. Another thing, making sure that you're moving with your spine, not just letting your spine kind of round and bend when you're coming back down, but that's more in-depth explanation will come later, next time we do these. Oh wait, that's gonna be next stream. All right, and we are done. Showing my age today, not being able to bounce up off the floor like I usually am. I'm getting old. Feel it in my knees. All right, it's time with the lateral raises. Remember, grab some weight. Grab your baby, or just kidding, don't do that. Grab your med ball or something that you have two of, you can throw in both hands to add some extra resistance to the movement. Get them big jacked shoulders. Ooh, excuse me, again. You know, I'm glad this is the last set because I'm dripping in sweat right now. Which means that you guys are having a good workout as well. It's not just me, which is what's really important because don't get me wrong, I like doing the workout, but I want this for you guys. This is all for you. You guys are the ones that I want to be dripping in sweat like this as well. So I hope you guys are enjoying this workout. We're almost done. We got 6 more. That's 3. 6 more movements. And then we are out of here after obviously the cool down and the tidbits and the quote, but you guys already know that. I didn't even need to say it. You guys are probably like, hey Adam, what about that? And I'm like, oh, you guys are so smart. You're reading my mind and whatnot. So remember, you're just dropping down. And if you see my wrist flare, I'm not trying to do that. It's just when I do snatches, that's usually, I guess, the movement that my wrist does because I'm not even trying to do it. So interesting. Interesting how the body works, right? Very interesante. For those of you trying to learn Spanish, kind of like I am. I actually had a dream when I was talking to someone in Spanish last night. Very interesting. Weird how dreams work too. Stopping in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. Yeah, I had a dream that I was texting somebody in Spanish. I can't remember what the heck I was doing, but now that I talked about Spanish, my brain's like, hey, you were speaking Spanish in your dreams. I was like, what, brain, what are you talking about, brain? Why was I doing that? Brain's like, I have no idea, man. I'm just here to tell you the information about your dreams. Let you figure out why you're dreaming about talking Spanish to somebody on a cell phone. But that's for another time for me to figure out, I guess. The next dream I have, maybe it'll tell me. Maybe I can get in the Inception style, go back in time, my dreams, figure out where I was, all that good Inception stuff. It's all right. You don't have to listen to me. You can just put me on mute. I'm just talking at this point. But that's okay. I love doing it. I'd talk to a wall all day if I could. Oh, I kind of do sometimes, but keep on going here. We got 3 and 2 and 1 and cut it. All right. Couple more here. I can't do that. All right. Couple more here. Almost done. We got the lateral squats. I'm going to do a couple of these bad boys just to show you. So remember, starting with your feet together. You can't see my head. Starting with your feet together, coming out to the side. And you're bringing both of your hands. If you keep them like this, like you're driving a car, it maintains your stability in your trunk just a little bit. So that when you come down like this, elbow over that knee, come back up. Switch sides. Elbow over the knee, come back up. I would recommend doing this with shoes on if you're not used to this, because some of the pressure you can put on your heels can hurt. So, and back up. Last one here. And back up. Oh, never mind. This is the last one here for real. And we are done with those. Back to L push up arrows. Not trying to appropriate their language. I don't know the word for push-up. Maybe it's just, wait, a jar. That's open. Never mind. A jar. A har. There we go. Because H is sorry. J is H. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, and back up. 1, 2, 3, and back up. Remember, for these last 20 seconds, I'm going to challenge you. Legs fully extended. Come down. 1, 2, 3, and push. What up, Duncan? My little dude. 1, 2, 3, and push. 1, 2, 3, and push. Last or two more here. 1, 2, 3, and push. I was just kidding. That was the last one. Good job, guys. Dos más ejercicios. I really need to learn Spanish better because I don't want to be offending people out here. But it's okay. They know it's all in good fun. All right, reach to pull. I'm just trying. Oh, whoopsies, wrong one. Reach to push. My apologies. My brain's in a couple different places right now. Pull down. Remember, get a little lower to the ground. Just a little bit. Whichever way you can get a little bit lower to the ground. Go ahead. I don't want to tell you how to do it by any means, but all we do is pulling and pushing, pulling and pushing, pulling and pushing, pull, push, mush. Got 3, 2, 1, and cut it. All right, so remember for boxing, this is the last thing we got today. I want everything you got for 15 seconds. I almost said 20. So last week we did 10 seconds. This week we're doing 15 starting now. So remember, nice sustainable pace at your whatever stance you want. Doesn't matter. Nice sustainable pace. Just throw those bows. Throw those knuckles. Keep on punching. We got 15 more seconds. Then you're going to give me everything you got. All right? You can stay in the this bilateral stance on both feet, or you can go staggered. I'm going to switch to staggered here. 3, 2, 1, and go. Come on, guys. Give me everything you got. Last part of the workout here. Come on. 10 more seconds. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and cut it. Give me a Ric Flair. Woo, baby. Good job, guys. Did I mess up? I didn't mess up. We don't have an extra set. Good job. There we go, guys. We're all succeeding today. I'm giving myself a pat on the back for that. Past 2 streams. Thank you. Oh, I forgot. That's how quick it goes. All right. Past 2 streams, I have forgotten a workout in there for us. Exercise in both of the sets that I've done. So, good job for everyone. We're all staying accountable today. All right. Now what we're going to do, we're going to shake those arms out. First, shake from your fingers, from your thumbs, like so. Shake from your elbows, right? Shake from the elbows and the thumbs at the same time. Thumbs and wrists, I guess I should say. Then shake from the shoulders. Sorry, my foot was bothering me there for a second. Shake from the shoulders like this. Keep on shaking. What this does is help with the blood flow. I know I talk about this every week, but another Cortland email. But it really does help with blood flow and circulation after a workout like this. The Bulgarians used to take kettlebells and shake them like this, but we don't have kettlebells, so we just use our arms. Alrighty. Now we're going to do the same thing with our legs. Shaking out all the legs. Those shin splints feel great right now. All right, this is exactly what I need though, because I didn't work out at all on yesterday. So I need this, just like you guys need this. We all need this. This is a very important program because not only does it get you moving in the morning, but it gets you interacting with the community. And there is good research behind community engagement, or just social engagement with larger groups. It really helps, not just with your mental health, but your physical health as well. Because then especially if you group yourself in a group of individuals that are, like-minded when it comes to what your health and fitness levels are, you're gonna be more likely to go do those things with those individuals, i.e. hiking, biking, going to a healthy, bakery shop, or not bakery shop, going to more of a healthy food option when you're going out, opposed to going out to eat, fast food or something like that. So the social circle you surround yourself in is very important. We are trying to help you with that social circle and help create a very healthy environment for everyone, whether it's virtually or in person, regardless of what it is. Just having a sense of community aspect really does help when it comes to your social life mental, physical, all that good stuff. So we're going to do breathing now, so in the nose, out of the mouth. You don't have to be breathing as loud as I am either, just making sure your exhales are longer than your inhales.
Activity completed.
Thank you, Siri. All right, so that is the workout for the day, guys. I'm going to now. Sorry, I hate my phone. You just get caught up in it as soon as you pick it up. I turn it off, and I was like, oh, what is this? What is this? What is this email? What is this notification? Well, all right. So now, after I wipe myself off of sweat, we are going to have a little chat, my friends. Don't worry, you're not in trouble. You're not going to the principal's office, nothing like that. It's not that type of chat, I promise. This is a health and wellness chat. This dang light is giving me a real bad glare, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. Is that a little bit better? I think it's a little better. So, pardon my sweat, as I just said, but yes, like I was saying, come on, get this on a level surface. There we go. So today's pillar, as we talked about, is policy change. So the quote of the week, quote of the day today, is a good one, and it talks about change, exactly what we were trying to do, and instill change. And it is by the one of the heads of research of General Motors, Charles Kettering. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. The world hates change, yet it is the only thing that has brought progress. Excuse me. It just kind of goes to show and this is something that the Romans actually instilled upon everyone. There used to be an old saying that Rome hates change. The Romans hated change because they did, and part of the reason why their empire fell was because they refused to change certain things with the times, and that's kind of what we are doing as a society as well. We are refusing to change when there are evident signs that change is needed, especially when it comes to guess obesity, right? So obesity and sugar consumption, not just sugar consumption, but the government agencies allowing individuals of lower income, right? People that are on SNAP, which is a Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. I believe that's a government program given to individuals that are under a certain, I'm not reading this, I'm off the top of my head, I believe that it is SNAP is a government assistance program that's giving individuals basically food stamps. So this is the food stamp food stamps now. If they're under a certain they're in a certain bracket, so to speak, when it comes to income. So SNAP is a great thing. SNAP is kind of a great thing, right? So SNAP is a good thing because it gives individuals a chance to eat a little bit of healthier food, but there is also a caveat to that, right? So in the SNAP is a 30-day program. Every month you get a refill on it, right? And this has been documented in the research. We have we'll have some articles up by the end of the week with our blog on this, or by the end of next week, I believe. It doesn't matter. The blog's going to be up there. SNAP lasts 30 days, but the money does not last 30 days. So you see something which is they described as almost a type of binge eating, where individuals who get the SNAP benefits will eat healthy food for the first about 14 to 21 days, so first 2 to 3 weeks, and then after that they experience a binge eating of unhealthy, lower cost, not just to make but lower cost obviously to buy food, such as sugary beverages, sugary snacks, things that are kind of empty calories, chips, things like that. So there was a very interesting study I found that talked about the possible ramifications of eliminating individuals' abilities to buy those sugary snacks and or drinks or I'm going to just say what it is, garbage food with the SNAP program. And this study found that if they did ban the purchase of sugary sweetened beverages, now this is just beverages for this specific study. Now this is all hypothetical as well, because you cannot limit the types of food that people can get on SNAPs. Basically it's illegal. You can't limit the types of food. We do want to change that. This is what policy change is all about. But the study showed that banning the purchase of these sugary sweetened beverages, sodas, juices, all those bad things among these SNAP participants would lead to a reduction in obesity prevalence among all of the SNAP participants of about 1% point per 10 years. And that doesn't sound a lot, like, oh, you're going to reduce obesity prevalence by 1% every 10 years. But that would translate to about 422,000 individuals who will not be suffering from obesity. And I will put the in the blog, we'll have the citation for that, because that is a kind of almost crazy thing to say, but it is true. If you did eliminate those, we would have in a 10-year average, we'd have about 422,000 less individuals suffering from obesity. I'm not going to say obese individuals, because it's suffering from obesity, because a lot of what policy change also that we talk about is that it's not just the individual's fault, right? Like this is systematically set up so that individuals are forced into needing to eat the unhealthy, lower cost food that's lower cost to produce and to consume, because they don't have the ability, they don't have money in their SNAP programs anymore, or in the SNAP money, the stamps pretty much, to be able to eat the healthier food. So it's a systemic thing. And there's also really interesting research about its impact on mental health, because these individuals go through a binge eating process where they're eating they're eating very good in the beginning of the month, and then they binge eat on poor, lower quality foods because they don't have the money to buy the healthier food anymore, which then binge eating, bulimia, which I'm not saying everyone on SNAPs has bulimia or anorexia nervosa, but it can propagate that. It can lead to that. It can lead to that. Oh, I binge ate, and now the mental health aspect of feeling worse about yourself because you're eating this awful garbage processed food, which I know we talked about a couple weeks ago when it comes to nutrition, how the gut microbiome controls everything. If you throw some simple carbohydrates, some really bad, some chips, some stuff like that, you're going to push your body into a state of inflammation because of all those. The sugar is going to make you be inflamed along with the bad carbohydrates, which is going to affect your gut's communication to your brain, which is then going to which is then going to lead to increased anxiety levels, depression, instances of negative self-thought. Like there's all these things that just the diet can play a role with. But if we took now think of everything we just talked about for the last couple of weeks, we take a large step back. How do we fix that? Addressing the SNAP sweetened sugar or sugar sweetened beverage policy is one really strong way to go. Or there's a couple things we could do is, maybe even modify the broad public support. So having initiatives for healthier eating in certain communities that do have higher prevalence of SNAP. So towards the end of the month, trying to hold more venues or events that have healthier food options, or even not just healthier food options, but also education about healthier food options, ways to budget better for your month, knowing that your money's going to run out eventually, or also including targeted price manipulation for or bonuses or coupons for fruit and vegetable purchases, right? So giving you basically kicking you back more money or kicking you back something so that you are still getting, or so you are incentivized to buy more fruits and vegetables, right? Or also, if you're a SNAP vendor, just making you carry healthier options, right? So making it so that the places that you are going to go to use your SNAP dollars, you have healthier options off the bat. It should be almost like a regulation, right? And this is why policy change is so important. And although we are just one organization and company, company, I guess you could say organization, we still want to try to raise awareness about these types of things. And
The last thing, just making sure, trying to restrict the purchase of the sodas and these garbage, unhealthy foods into these places that have that are SNAP vendors, because I really think that this aligns with the public health objectives, and like especially incentivizing individuals to eat healthier, whether it's through the things I was talking about with like, oh, hey, if you guys get more fruits and vegetables, you get X amount of more dollars, blah, 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 anything like that. Really aligns with our public health initiatives and what we are trying to do as a benefit corporation. And it really sucks to see this happening and individuals born into this that don't really have a way out, like living in a city and not having the means to just, I just want to go get something healthier. You don't have the ability, especially if you're on SNAP dollars, you probably don't have the money to, and this is no offense to anyone on SNAP, but you may not have the money to, go purchase that healthier food. And it sucks because it's a cycle. And it almost lines up with a cycle of addiction of every two weeks to a month. The addicts, depending on what, I'm not going to get too deep into addiction, but it's cyclical. Addiction is cyclical. And so is the SNAP and food, everything I was just talking about, the revolving door of SNAP, refilling, not having any money, binge eating, doing it all over again. It's a cyclical nature, and it's very disgusting to us here at CCHS. That's why this whole week we are going to cover not just SNAP. Jake's going to cover things about sugar tax, different things to do with sugar in general, because I kind of hit the week going strong talking about all the sugar in the SNAP program and how it really shouldn't be a thing. Really shouldn't be able to just kill our population the way we are, giving them free money, so to speak, from the stamps, and then having them go spend that money on very, very poor quality of food. It makes me really sad to hear and see. So that's why we're trying to do something about it here, even if it's just talking to a couple people on a stream and getting them to think about their decisions, right? It was one tiny step at a time. I know I talk about it in the exercise all the time, but now policy change as well. A tiny step at a time is going to make a huge outcome if we all take these tiny steps. So I think that's all I got for today. Let me check my notes. Yeah. Yep. That is all I have for you guys today. So moral of this, because we like to give actionable tips, and my allergies have been bad all week, so sorry I keep rubbing my nose. I gotta stop apologizing to you guys all the time. That must be annoying, isn't it? But we like to give actionable tips here. So the actionable tip for policy change is be conscious of your sugar intake. And I know this is like not necessarily a policy change recommendation, because I've already given the policy change of, hey, we need to fix the SNAP so individuals don't have a higher prevalence of obesity. Like it showed in that study, going to have 422,000 more obese individuals in the next 10 years if they keep on going with the sugary drinks and SNAP. But the actionable item is be conscious of your sugar intake. If you're getting soda, you're drinking sugary drinks, just be conscious of it. Like, understand what you're putting in your body, and then also understand how that makes you feel, right? How does that interact with your gut? How does that make you feel internally? Does it make you feel better? Probably not. But if it does it make you feel worse? Does it make you feel bloated? Be conscious of those things and try to eliminate the soda from your diet, all those sugary drinks, because I promise you, your body will thank you. And usually, if people cut out all sugary and salty snacks, so sugary drinks or food and chips and stuff like that, depending on how much they weigh, they'll shed weight in the first month. I know people that are 250, 300 pounds that have done that and lost 20 pounds in a month. It's not always sustainable because water weight and everything, because a lot of that is water weight from not ingesting all that sugary stuff in there, and then not ingesting all the salt and the sugar behind it. It's just going to bloat you up. But sorry, I'm going on multiple tangents today. I love this stuff. I hope that's evident to you guys that this is our passion here at CCHS. So I really appreciate you guys sticking around. Remember, actionable goal, just thinking about your sugar intake, trying to, if you're drinking 3 sodas a day, trying to limit it down to 2, and then get it all the way down to 1, and then maybe get to 0 and substitute with just water. But hey, that is a conversation for down the road. I know that it takes time to get to that place of being able to go cold turkey. So I got faith in all you guys, and I know you can do it. That's all I have for you guys today. I know I've said that 4 times, but this is actually all I have for you today. So I will catch you guys on Thursday at, I don't know if I'm going to go at 7:30 or 12. Oh, sorry. crack my back. 12 or 5:30. I will. I've been looking for my boy Snug. It's really sucks I haven't seen you on in a while, man. So if you're watching this on replay, I'll message us on Facebook or Twitch and let us know what I'll do 5:30 or 12, whatever works better for you, man. I miss seeing your face. All right. But all right, guys, thank you for joining in. That's all I got for you today. My name is Adam Fox. I'm signing off. Thank you for joining the Day 77 of CCHS's free virtual bodyweight exercise training, and also tidbit and quote of the day as always. So thank you very much, guys, and you have a great afternoon and a great week. Stay happy and stay healthy.